Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again so much for our time together. I want you to come with me back to the book of Romans chapter 1. Paul, a servant of Christ Jesus, called to be an apostle, set apart for the gospel of God. Now there's one other verse that I won't touch on, but it's also something good to meditate on today. Verse 9. For God is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit. Now you can meditate on that one all day. But I want you just to notice, set apart for the gospel of God. When God calls us to the ministry, this is not a part-time thing. We leave everything. The apostle said, we've left everything and followed you. We live in a world today where commitment is becoming less and less a feature of the ministry, and sacrifice is almost non-existent in the ministry, where, we want to be movie stars in the daytime and pastors on the weekend. We want to be businessmen all week and show up in church and preach a little PowerPoint on Sunday. And, whereas intentions may be good, I'm sorry, it's not biblical. Well, the Apostle Paul worked with his hands in the city of Corinth for about a 3-month period. You cannot take a period when Paul was completely broke, he had nobody to help him, he had to work to support himself, and use that to justify a lifestyle with no sacrifice and no commitment. Now, my friends, please, if we are called to the ministry, and I really want to challenge pastors today and those young ones that are called to the ministry, if God has called you, you are set apart for the gospel of God. I've always been good at business. If I wanted to make money, I could have made so much money here in the Philippines, running businesses, running universities. I've had all kinds of offers, but I've been set apart for the gospel. There are things that you and I have to understand about ministry. And honestly, as church members, I would not attend a church with a part-time pastor. I would not attend it. I would recognize, if he's not going to be committed to the ministry, how can I live a life of commitment? He can only reproduce after what he is. I mean, that's a biblical law of reproduction. Now, at some point, the church members and the pastors have to recognize the ministry is full-time. We are set apart for the gospel. Now, I would also say this to church members. There are many church members who don't take care of their pastors. They don't tithe, they don't sow seed, the church has no money, and the pastors, forgive me, they have no food. Church members, honor God with the tithe. That's how God provides for the pastors. Pastors, you've been set apart for the gospel.